Okay, so now I'm going to show you what to do if you have more than 3 or more bunches of frog bellies. So as you can see, there are multiple bunches of frog bellies on this tray, but we'll take off the leaves first and any big sticks or weed seed heads. And if you see any bunches laying off the side, put them on also. Okay, so it starts out the same as the lunch sack roll, except now when you smash it into a column, what you want to do is that's a lot of dirt. Okay, so you want to make a good tight overlap. But now instead of folding up the ends and folding it in half, take and pick up this tostada, giant tostada, and put it, and you got to be careful not to go too fast or you'll sling raisins out. Put it at the top of the terrace with the flap down. If the flap is up, it will not only catch rain if we do get rainfall, but any dirt that happens to fall will get into the tray also. Again, I don't want raisins hanging out the ends. If raisins are hanging out the ends, and we do get rain, it'll act like a wick and pull that moisture into the center of the tray. If you have raisins hanging out the ends, when you go to pick them up, you lose a little handful out of each end in picking them up. And that adds up to hundreds of dollars on a row and tens of thousands of dollars worth of raisins over the whole farm. We have about $750,000 to $1 million worth of raisins sitting out here, and I'd like to get as many of them in a box as possible rather than making expensive fertilizer by dropping them on the ground. So if you have trays that are fairly close together, what you'll have to do is stagger these in brick pattern. So put one here, put the next one here and here, rather than putting them in a line so they're laying on top of each other, because then you're sealing off. This is allowed, it dries about half the rate than what it does if it's just open. So these will continue to dry some more until we box them for the frog bellies to get drier. Okay, so on this one, I wanted to show you, again, take off any of the leaves. And as you can see, there are some blondies in here. There's still some green ones. What you do is you can take these green ones and literally put them on top of the tray that you just made as a roll. Or if you have several in a row that have green, put the green ones all on one tray and put that tray up at the top of the terrace sideways, so people can tell it's been dealt with if you have several bunches of blondies, so they can keep drying. So like I say, there's several bunches of blondies here, and spread them out so that the wind doesn't blow the flaps over, and so they can keep drying. Take the leaves off so they can dry better also. Bird feathers, rocks, animal droppings, whatever else need to be brushed off or cleaned off of here as well. Anyway, so I'll show you this again. This is if you have 3 or more bunches that have frog bellies. You need to do a tostada roll. Goes up the top of the terrace with the flap pointing down. Okay. Any questions?